Hi, this is Susie. Welcome back. Today we're going to make my 5-ingredient beef enchiladas. They are delicious. We got the recipe as a family when we used to live in New Mexico and Arizona. It's a classic recipe. You're going to love it. Stay tuned. Let's dive in and make those beef enchiladas. Hey, this is Susie. Hi, everybody. I'm in Publix in the international food aisle. Got my mask down because there's no one in this aisle, and I need to talk to you without this mask covering my mouth up. So what you need for our beef enchiladas are a couple important ingredients. One is in the old El Paso Mexican food aisle. So let me turn this around and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm up here in the Mexican area. This is all the old El Paso ingredients, okay? What we're looking for is a red enchilada sauce. I found it at the bottom of the shelf. Here it is. It's the red enchilada sauce. I get the mild. Now they have green, so don't mistake it. Let me show you the green. Here's the green chili one. So we don't want this one. Make sure you get the red can, the smaller can that's the size of a soup can. Okay, so we want one of these, and we're going to go over here to the MISSON style. We don't want low carb, but we want MISSON style tortillas that are not these tiny guys. We don't want these little teeny tiny guys, but they're soft and kind of fun. We want more of the medium. Let's see what this is, 10 count. Here we go. So anyway, I like this MISSON style flour tortillas. We'll use these. It's a 10 count bag, and we're going to use these. We only need about 8, maybe 10 at the most for our 1 pan of enchiladas. So here we go. Take our 1 pound of hamburger, 1 pound, maybe 1.25 pounds. Make sure it's a good meat. And we have just browned our hamburger and I drained it. So we're ready to go in this nice big pan. Now there's 2 things that we need. Tomato sauce. I prefer Campbell's tomato sauce, 1 whole can, concentrated. Concentrated means do not add water or milk. So we're going to add that in there. Then we're going to add this. This is the power punch right here. This is Old El Paso red enchilada sauce. It's the same size can as my tomato soup. Make sure you get the red enchilada sauce and not the green. I prefer the mild, but they also have a medium and a hot, but I'm more of a mild type of person, and then I can add hot sauce on top if I wish. So this can, not diluted. So add it right in there, concentrated, and then I'm going to take a nice spoon and stir that really good. Stir it around until the whole thing is mixed in very nicely. We want that hamburger to be all coated with that delicious flavoring of the tomato soup and the enchilada sauce. Okay, now that I have my sauce all mixed in my pan with my enchilada sauce and tomato soup, I'm going to open up my MISSON style flour tortilla. These are super soft ones, and there's 10 in here. I'll probably use about 8. 8 usually fit in my lasagna pan just fine. I'm going to use these to roll up my enchilada sauce and cheese. I also set aside my cheese. I picked up some of this Mexican style without that seasoning in it, but this is a 3-cup bag that is Mexican style blended cheddar, Monterey Jack, and a few other types of cheeses. What is that one? I don't know. All right. So I did put the 3 cups into my 4-cup pot. But look at this. There's actually 4 cups of cheese in here. Wow. I thought I was just going to get 3. Maybe if I just shake it down, it might be 3. But this is good. Always good when you have more cheese than you think you're going to have, because I'm going to use a lot of this. We'll see how much we use. So what I need to do is lay out my tortillas. I'm going to pull them out of the pack. Let's move that bag. And I'm going to lay them on this clean counter. Let's lay out about 3 or 4 here. 3, 4. And I'm taking a 1/3 cup and using it to scoop out my sauce from my saucepan, which is right here, all this delicious juice. Now I'm going to use about 1/3 cup per tortilla. Keep in mind, I'm going to keep a little bit of this sauce at the end to put all over the top. So I'm going to do about this much. into these tortillas, right down the center of that tortilla. Now I've done batches of these. I've done 120 of these. I had a huge party at my house with the youth group, and teenagers eat a lot, so they love my enchiladas, and I made 100. I just laid out these on a big bar, and I just stacked them, just started piling on the sauce. Then I'm going to pile on a handful of cheese. For each one needs a good handful on top, right on top. Cover up that sauce a little bit. Now, watch this. This is fun. I usually don't just fold it over, or I usually don't just start rolling. I usually fold it to the one side, and then I pull it back. I pull it back a little bit and have a little bit of the bottom layer showing. Then I roll it kind of nice and tight, and I put the bottom piece, the flap that's still loose, I put that on the bottom of my pan. So when I add it here, I'm going to add it to the edge, and let's keep doing these. There's my second one. My third one. Okay, you get the idea. I'm going to fill up this pan and be right back. Okay, now I have all of my 8 flour tortillas inside my 1 baking dish, and I have a little bit of sauce left over in my pan. I want to take this and smear it all over the top of my enchiladas. So let's just get a spatula right here and get every ounce of this into my pan. I kind of start in the middle, dump it out right in the center. This is finger licking good, I have to tell you. And then what I do is I use my spatula, and sometimes I even use my clean hands to smear this around on the top and make sure that I get every part of the tortilla. I don't want any white tortilla to be dry and without any sauce on top. So I'll just keep working this around until every part of my tortilla has a little bit on there. Now, if you feel like this is just not enough sauce, you can always increase your sauce amount. But this usually does 1 pan just fine for me. I need some more down here, so let's just smear some of this down in the gully towards the back. Get down in there. I like to get it all the way across and down along the edges of these so I don't get any dry, crispy flour tortillas. Now, this is the key. Make sure you add a lot of cheese on top. I just smear a lot. Like if you were doing lasagna, you would use a lot of your mozzarella cheese. Well, I'm just coating this, and I'll probably use the entire bag of that cheese, which was supposed to be 3 cups. It actually looked like more like 4 cups, but you don't want these to be slight on cheese. All right, now that I've got it on here, this is another trick for you. You have to cover this with foil. Now, when you cover it with foil, you're going to get it tight along the edges, but make sure you don't smash your hand or anything on top of this where the foil touches the cheese. You want there to be space between this melted cheese and the foil so that when you pull back the foil, the cheese is not stuck to the foil. We want all the cheese to remain inside the dish and not wasted on our foil. So I have some foil here. So I'm going to be very careful to not smash it down in the middle. Tighten it up around the edges. I'm going to put this in an oven for 350 degrees, 30 minutes, and it will be bubbly and warm, ready to serve. I can't wait to show you. How exciting is this? Beef enchiladas from Susie. Hang on 1 minute. We'll get these done. Okay, here it is. We're opening it up. It's been in there 30 minutes. Oh my goodness, look at that. Whew. It's looking good. 30 minutes at 350. All right.
Is that done?